Folks, look at this paradise. And Garmin screwed me up again. Look at this. 10.6 volts. Now this is a lithium battery. I know you can drain lithium batteries all the way down and they have internal management system, but I don't want to damage my lithium battery. What happened was this unit keeps draining, it keeps draining my battery dead if I don't disconnect it. So I built a disconnecting switch over here and I disconnect it when I get home. I don't forget anymore. But I had nothing to do like a couple of days ago and I turned it on and I tried to update it and I couldn't even update it because there was some bug in the interface and didn't want to start loading. But I turned it off, but I forgot to disconnect it again. And just 2 days later I'm coming and you turn off the unit is turned off, but it keeps draining power. This is idiotic and unacceptable. Garmin should make it so if the unit is turned off, it doesn't draw any power. What is this nonsense? I tested it, I have a video about this. This is unacceptable. Turned off unit, drawing your power like this. 10.5 volts now. Yeah, look at the screen. The screen turned off by itself. I didn't turn it off. It dropped to 10.5 volts and turned off by itself. I think the battery just stopped power to my electronics to protect itself. That's the internal, what is it called? Battery management system. But I didn't turn it off. It turned off by itself. And now I can't even use my Hummingbird on the back to just old-fashioned 2D to check the depth. I can't find anything right now. I don't have map, anything. At least my trolling motor batteries are fully charged. And I have a plan. I'm gonna give it a shot here. We're gonna fish here for some time. Probably gonna catch a few small fish from the bank here. But then I think I'm gonna run to the spot over there in the shallow where I fished last weekend. Cause that's the last information that I have. There was plenty of fish there, left and right. It doesn't matter where you cast. The water temperatures were approximately the same. And I can drop talon at the exact same spot and cast in front of those trees over there. And I'm sure I can catch at least a dozen nice bluegill over there. I don't know why this tree never has fish. Just never has fish. I don't know what's wrong with it. Oh, bite. Here is the first fish, folks. Blind, totally blind. Not kidding you. This is a blind fish. Where have we arrived? Can't catch a fish without live scope. This is what fishing has become, folks. Nothing here. I don't even know if the float is the best way to test this cove. Maybe twitching is better. The swim bait is a bit much. Now let's see that tree over there in the water is our last hope for fish here in the cove. Now that doesn't mean that there is no fish in the cove. I've seen them in live scope. Sometimes they're going to be just in the middle, stage or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes they're on the bank. You don't know. So sad in this beautiful weather. Can't find fish. If I had side imaging, so I can scan and find the general area where the fish are, without live scope, I'm okay with that. But if you don't even have that, then it's completely blind. Whoa. And now I cast on top of the tree, because the other misery is insufficient, and I'm now losing that float. Because the other misery is insufficient, I cast some days, folks, some days, telling you. Just break the whole thing, try to get out of here unharmed, and fix it over there. I think I'm done shallow fishing this cove. Put it on the hook keeper, tighten it a little bit. I hate doing that because it puts pressure on my first guide, but in this case I don't mind. And maybe, just maybe, let me cast a few times, just completely blind in open water. Just completely blind in open water. Sometimes there is schools of fish here. Fish, folks. See? Open water. Completely blind fish. And a crappie. Alright. Just twitching a trout magnet in the mouth of the cove. In the mouth of the cove. Yeah, this video will be like this, I told you. It will be one fish here, one fish there. But it's a good test of can we still catch fish without freaking electronics. It's not even without live scope. Again, if I had side imaging to kind of figure out, okay, they're scattered around here in front of the cove. Okay, that's still powerful. That's still powerful. I'm gonna hit the spot lock here, and I'm gonna fish off the back of the boat for just 10 minutes in the mouth of this cove. I'm gonna do the swim bait first. If I find kind of the angle where I'm getting bites, I'm gonna switch to the trout magnet, because the trout magnet is easier for them. And we're gonna go there and we're gonna catch them, I promise. Don't go anywhere, give me some time. While I'm here, I don't wanna go there first, because if I go there and I drop talon, no way, get out of here. Fish, I just cast there. Let me remember now. From here, I cast straight to that tree with no branches. Okay, I remember. I remember. I remember. Krapik. I'm watching the colors, by the way. Let's net this fish. I'm watching the colors. When you see even one fish completely black, that means it's time. They're somewhere shallow, even if you don't see them. If you see even one black fish, they're somewhere shallow. Now let me cast to that tree again. I just started reeling and he was there. The water is pretty stained. It's not really nasty. I actually like this color, just if it was a little bit clearer. There's another tap. Folks, I give you my honest word. I have been without electronics since the first 60 seconds in front of the ramp over there. I haven't seen nothing here. Now I do fish this lake a lot, and I kind of know if they're not shallow, they congregate here or they congregate there, so it's not completely blind. But I stopped here just out of a guess, and they are here. They are here, folks. I give you my honest word, that was just a guess. And they are here. I'm thinking now, debating, should I get a new Kitek? Look what they hit. It looks terrible, but they hit it because it's small. I'm gonna cast one more time from here to that tree over there without the... I know it's hard to tell, but I know which tree I'm aiming. That's a nip. That's a bite, man. That's a bite, man. Unbelievable. Crappic, man. Crappic, man. Crappic, man. I'm having some super nice fun. Okay. We got nothing left from this Kitek. I mean nothing. Not even a tail. Let me see. Do I have any other colors here left that I abandoned previously? This is one of these Chinese copycats that look exactly the same but cheaper. But they're not. They are stiff, they don't swim good, and I don't know what's the damn difference. But crappie just don't eat them. Let me cast this way with the wind. It's not like I know where the fish are. Now I know the direction, but I don't want to cast against the wind. I remember my direction. That feels like a bite. Alrighty, folks. Go Chinese Kitek. We got something on the Chinese Kitek. This fish nipped it 5 times. It was just extra cautious. It nipped it 5 times. Finally ate it. That's funny. Alright, Chinese Kitek. What happened? Oh, he spit it out already. But another crappie. And then I need to remember the distance and tap again. And then I can give them the business with the trout magneto. They're over there. I can give them the business with the trout magneto. This is absolutely amazing, folks. This is absolutely amazing. I don't know if I'm good or lucky, but I stopped here. It's not really in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to pretend. No, that's a little trout fish. Because I have fished... Oh, I lost him. Yeah, I talk too much, and this is a bass, and they flip and flop. Tap. Second tap. Pulling the trigger. Because pulling the trigger prematurely has costs, because somebody is obviously following your bait. They tap it. If your bait is soft, as long as you're not using stupid plastic or metal lures. If they bite a plastic or metal lure, they're not coming back if you miss them. Okay. That's a tap already. Should I pull the trigger? Second tap. That's a little... very bluegillish. Very bluegillish. And I have 2-inch Kitek. That's another bluegillish tap. Okay, pulling the trigger. How much longer can a human patience survive? Resist. Absolutely fantastic feel. By the way, I told you that I switched my swim baits to fluorocarbon to get a little bit of stretch. Maybe if I fish for bass, I switch back to ester line. I can't take it, folks. I love ester line. You can see the tip is a little pressure. Maybe I'm dragging on the bottom too, or I have some weeds. Let's wait until it drops completely on the bottom. Tap, that's definitely a tap. Another tap, another tap, another pulling the trigger. Unfreaking believable bite. Unfreaking believable bite. And these are crappies. Come here, baby crappie. I need to net these fish. What I'm doing now is damaging my leaders and everything. Lifting them like this. Yeah, not bad at all. Put this over here. Uncommittal, come on. Give me enough. There we go, that's enough. Okay, where did I cast? Don't really remember. If they're hitting the swim bait, what's the point of trout magneting? There's no point. The only point of trout magneting is if they're tapping, but you can't connect. Then you remember the direction and the distance and target them with the trout magnet and give them the business. Yeah, buddy, this one is 10 inches. Look at us. How many crappie did we catch already? Not that bad. Not that bad of a trip already, but let me cast twice in the same direction for once. The wind keeps turning me around. Tap, that's enough. That's enough to pull the trigger. Man, oh man. And it feels good. Trust you me. Presso Air AGS. Presso Reel and some ester line. Whatever ester line. If you don't like the rivers, everybody makes ester lines. And YGK ester line is good. The only ester line that I didn't like, strangely enough, is the Daiwa Presso ester line. That one felt like fluorocarbon to me. Not exactly, but I got addicted to the other one, the orange. It feels so dry and plasticky. I feel like I'm fishing with a plastic tap. It feels, I don't know. It's absolutely subjective. The performance, it's kind of not very good because that line is brittle. Somebody described it as brittle. I can confirm it's brittle, especially if you kink it. If you kink it somewhere, that line is as good as broken. Just cut it out of where you kinked it and retie there. You cannot kink that line. Can you kink plastic? Imagine kinking plastic. It don't work no more, right? Broken. Come here, buddy. You're going back there. Man, it's kind of easier to net fish here also because of I'm closer to the water. Look at that. See, tap. I'm afraid to pull the trigger. I need at least 2 seconds continuous pressure. Even 1 second. Okay. Continuous pressure. That was not very far. Why can't I? That was not very far. Why can't I? You tell me. Why can't I twitch over there? And I'm giving them the business with no live scope, with nothing. Tap here, man. That's definitely a tap, man. Another tap, man. Can I get a fish here? That's another tap and a fish under the boat. Beautiful black nose. Small but healthy. I feel I ran out of crappie. Tap. Good taps, but they cannot eat it. This one ate it. I'll take it. That's 10.5. Do you believe me? I know it looks like 9 on camera. That's 10.5. Let me show you. Maybe 10.25. Still over 10. Tap. See, these are the bluegill taps. I need to switch to trout magnet and punish them. Unless there is a crappie there, and there is one, I'm gonna let you go. And even though I'm still producing with the swim bait, I'm gonna still switch. I'm gonna switch to the trout magnet because I'm getting a little fed up by these taps. Who do they think they're messing with? Where is the... Who do they think they're messing with? Tap, tap. Let me show you the trout magnet now. The first tap and you're out of the water. If you don't know where the fish is, fish the bottom. That's for sure. If you don't know where the fish is, the bottom is your best bet. And my gosh, does this feel good. Is this a trout fish or a nice bluegill? Let's hope for a nice bluegill. It feels super nice. Super nice. It is super nice. It is super nice. It is super nice. Oh, I'm gonna go get the ruler for this one. It is super nice. Let me take it out. I will let it rest just for a second. Sure, somebody will protest you keeping it out too long. First of all, I have the right to eat this bluegill, and this bluegill has actually enough meat to eat. Second of all, this is a bluegill. You can keep it out of the water for 5 minutes, and I promise you there will be nothing wrong with it when you let it go. Just don't want it to keep flopping like so when we put it on the roof. Stop. Folks, this is the first 9-incher. I hope my camera is pointed correctly. First 9-incher of the year. This is easily 9, I think 9.25, but easily 9. Easily 9. Bye bye, buddy. Watch this now. It didn't just sink. I mean, it took off. We on the bottom. That's a fish already. That is a fish already. This is absolutely insane. I don't think I've caught fish that fast this year with live scope. Even with live scope, I don't think I have caught fish that fast. I mean, I just found them by luck and I gave them the business. My gosh, did I give them the business with no nothing? With no nothing. Let's see who's messaging me. We on the bottom now. Also, it's a little shallower, so you waste less time. Tap. That was a tap already. Maybe even a fish on the first tap, man. Trout magnet on the first tap. It's all right. It's all right. They come off the hook right away. My hooks never have barbs. Yeah, it's windy here now again. Let me cast back there. Shallow. Can't believe I'm saying this, folks, but I think I got tired of catching fish after fish without electronics. Oh, look. I think I got tired. I think I remember the spot. I want to try the shallow spot all the way on the other end where I was catching them last week. It was so picturesque. I think I want to go there, drop the talon, let the wind spin me around over there, and work them with the float in 3 feet of water. See if they're still there. That's what I want to do. But I'm gonna catch this guy. This guy feels kind of small. So we're gonna land him and we're gonna land one more fish. We're gonna land one more fish. And I'm not gonna cut the video between now and the next fish, just so you see how long it will take. Okay, I'm not gonna cut the video. But I'm telling you, I have been kicking ass here. Most of the casts have at least a bite. Rarely I made a cast without even at least with the trout magnet. At least with the trout magnet. Even with the swim bait, they would tap, tap, tap. Yeah. Alright, let's see the next fish. I'm casting towards the bank. Let's see if I will guess what we're gonna catch. Which is shallower and suggests higher probability of bluegill. But in the last hour or so, I was actually catching almost exclusively crappie from there. So I'm thinking we're gonna catch one more crappie. And we're gonna go float fish by the bank over there. I'm telling you, I'm killing them. I'm catch one more without cutting the video still. I'm gonna catch one more without cutting the video. Look, you can see electronics. It's 10.5 volt in my electronics battery. There is no, if I wanna cheat, there is no power. I'm not gonna cut the video. I'm gonna catch one more and we're ending this video, but we're not ending this trip. We're not ending this no electronics trip. We're gonna go all the way shallow and you're gonna see another episode. Come on. I don't feel nothing yet. Maybe they moved. Maybe they moved. Man, with this trout magnet and no wind, I'm so deadly right now. One tap is all it takes for them to flop in the net. So we did have an empty cast there. But not too bad, man, not too bad. Not many empty casts at all. We're gonna end up with a trout fish. It looks exactly like this trout that I catch all winter. He thought, give me this little trout magnet. Oh man, how did you get hooked so bad? Yeah, a little trout magnet. Let me give you the best look I can with the sun in my back. Yeah, that's the last fish of this video. Folks, I don't know how that's possible, but every time, right in the outro, my battery dies. But this is the end of this episode. It was absolutely unpredictable and unexpected that I'm gonna just spot lock here and kill them. And what is just as unbelievable is that after 1 hour I would feel that I caught enough fish and I want to try something else. Can you believe that? The one time I'm without electronics. But okay, I'm disconnecting from beautiful Tennessee. I'm gonna run all the way up the shallow end. Stay with me for the next episode as well. Bye bye for now.